Hello and welcome to Antique and Garden Showcase. I'm Mark, glad to have you back here tonight. Just wanted to say up front, we are gardening in Zone B, and this video is a framework for a new area that I created last year called the Driveway Island. Now typically my design thoughts end up getting scribbled out on a notepad somewhere, and I decided to clean this thing up with a computer-aided design. I used an app called Simple CAD 2, that's Simple CAD 2 for MacBook Pro to make this drawing, and I will walk you through this year's initial plan using that in just a few moments. But for now, let's take a look outside and see what this area, the Driveway Island, looks like in the wintertime. The Driveway Island is now in midwinter. It is February, and I'm thinking about planting this area for the spring. Last year was its very first year, so it's a relatively new space in the yard, and I've got to come up with a color scheme this year for it. Now, I originally designed last year's theme over the gardens of Mackinac Island that were featured kind of on Garden Answer with Laura. I'll admit, I love that color scheme with the red cannas and the purple Verbena bonariensis, and this year I'm kind of thinking about taking it a little bit different. I may go with more of a Burmese sunset color. So I'm thinking about peaches, pinks, oranges, yellows, whites, maybe up to reds, keeping some of that purple element too, but just think of all the colors in a sunset. That's what I'm looking for here. So I'm going to probably do some ground covers. This, like I said, is midwinter, so weeds are prevalent in here. It's not been taken care of. Fall elements are still there, the old dying dead chrysanthemums. And these are the I've sunk 2 nursery containers down in there, and I actually put my cannas in liners and dropped those cannas over in there. I'm actually going to take these out and add a third one in there to kind of balance out the element. But the neat thing is, I do have, as you can see right here, there are some daffodils coming up. I bought 100 daffodils for in here from Color Blends last fall and planted those, so they are starting to pop up out of the ground now, and they're a variety that have several different colors in them, so I'm anxious to see what those look like. And there are hyacinth bulbs, looks like some are popping out of the ground here around this tree. I need to come in here and kind of get that filled back in, looks like. But anyway, this is the winter form of the Driveway Island, hopefully soon to be spring and looking a whole lot better. So this is the computer-aided drawing that we're going to use to look at the garden. So let's take a look at the foundation elements that we have in here. We have the green tower boxwood to the right. We have the little quickfire hydrangea in the middle, and the weeping Colorado spruce, the blues, on the left side. Now, the green tower boxwood is one that grows 9 feet tall and about 2 feet wide in a conical design for that end. The little quickfire hydrangea probably needs no introduction, and the weeping Colorado, this one has to be staked to keep its shape. Probably a better thing would have been the weeping white spruce in that area. Next, we're going to take a look at the middle. This is where I have the cannas. I'm going to change that from 2 sunken pots to 3. The X's on either end and in between those are where the Verbena bonariensis, the tall purple verbena, will be going in. Next, we're going to take a look at the snapdragons, and I'm going to be starting those from seed. And I have the Chantilly bronze and the Madame Butterfly ivory that are going to be mixed going in those 2 locations there. I work in merchandising, and I was able to secure some marigold seeds for about 2 cents a pack at the end of the season last year. So I'm going to take those French dwarf double marigolds, plant up bulk of those, and fill in those areas. And around the outside, I'm going to use the Portulaca grandiflora Mojave. I used the red last year around the weeping Colorado spruce there, as you can see in the picture. I may take that around the border. I may not go the whole distance, but I may use 3 colors. I may use the red, the tangerine, and the yellow to make the sunset look for this garden. As the season progresses, many things may have to be modified due to plant availability. Seed failure, weather, and any number of different factors can cause changes in the plans that we make. I'm getting ready to start some seeds under grow lights and pot my caladiums up, the corms that I've kept over winter, to give them a little jump start soon. If I need things that are in bulk amounts of plants, a lot of times, or just unusual varieties, I start those under grow lights myself. Um, Otherwise, I use a locally owned greenhouse to source the majority of my annuals. I believe strongly in supporting local community businesses first, and then I do shop at the larger stores to source other plants. And then I make my way on to other towns, and you just have to look in many, many different places to find the things that you want for your garden. Um, so I'm looking forward to maybe going to some of those places in future videos with you. As always, thank you so much for watching Antique and Garden Showcase. I look forward to seeing you in our next video that's coming up Wednesday. And if you haven't subscribed already, we'd love to have you as a subscriber on this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.